basket here, and momentum and emotion may change a little bit to the Sooner side. So far, it's still been all Iowa State.
Newton tops out. Now Heskett back to Newton. He'll put up a three and got it.
About the same spot that won the ball game on Friday night.
Now it's a 13-point game, and as we mentioned, the Sooners were down by 20 just a moment ago.
Well, we've often talked about Oklahoma in the half-court sets, how good of shots and how good of looks they get. Kelly Newton, good standstill, rise-up shooter. Knocks one home. A local native, as I mentioned, Wyandotte High School here in Kansas City, Kansas. Just across the river from Camporita.
Pfizer wanted to go back to him.
You know, when your best player on gets triple teamed, someone's going to be open, either a cutter or a guy shooting an open jump shot.
Rancic getting bumped around, and they call him for travel. 13 turnovers against the Cyclones. Well, but they decided to do a little walkabout themselves once they got up by 20 points.
That'll be interesting here.
This is 7 unanswered by Oklahoma.
Turnovers even this afternoon.
And the Sooner partisans up and cheering. Part of the crowd of 19,100. Every session has been a sellout all 4 days.
Well, what a great job Kansas City has done once again in this tournament. Good hustle by Stone.
Heskett for three. Haywood hustling. He goes down, and Pfizer needs to get rid of the ball, and he's going to pick up his fourth. I know he's talented, but Horton for three. Pfizer fouled by Stone.
Well, close. Horton trying to knock one in for deep to get their team going again. Pfizer again with inside position.
Nahara checks back into the lineup, and some good minutes from Haywood. He did some yeoman's work underneath on the boards.
All that was a hustle foul. That's all. 1-1.
Such a battle to get back into the game. You've got to make all those open jump shots you get. You got to make them around the rim. Take a look at Pfizer's numbers. Just another day for this junior. I found it interesting how many Big 12 coaches start talking about, oh, he'd be the second player taken, third. I think he ought to go out. I mean, all of them were talking about it.
He's got 18 in this championship game. Had 19 yesterday and, 38 the game before that.
Averaged about 33 down the stretch of the season. Last 5 ball games with big wins over Texas and Oklahoma State, which basically won the title.
The Sooners trying desperately to come back. Can they do it? They got 7:31 down by 15.
We ask for cooperation and remaining off the playing floor. Thank you.
Well, now making the announcement, we have 7:31 left in the game about the trophy presentation. And as we mentioned, of the 19,100 on hand here, or still another sellout at Kemper Arena, just a large percentage of this crowd is Iowa State, and should they hold on, this is going to be quite a raucous trophy presentation. But Nahara says it's not over till it's over.
Not over yet, and expect the Sooners to try around to make another run here. Down 13, they've got to get a couple of defensive stops, and they've really had not many easy looks on their offensive end.
I don't know how he would say it in Spanish, but right now Eduardo's saying, let's don't put any chairs in the wagon. Not yet.
Stay with the zone defense. They've been more effective.
Stevie Johnson's been quiet in the second half offensively. Gets a couple there.
Well, he's attacked Nahara because Nahara's in the foul trouble with 3, and Stevie's missed the 2 layup attempts prior to that, but that one he converted. Led the Big 12 in field goal percentage at about 68. Doesn't shoot many outside the paint.
3 of 7 on the day for a total of 6.
Iowa State guards have really covered up the guards of Oklahoma. That's number 4.
That's number 4 on Pfizer. two of the things that Nahara does as well as anybody. He does jump into you when he shoots, and you better be in a good position or you'll get the foul every time, like right here.
Yeah, how quickly he can establish and go. And
exactly.
The crowd, obviously, you can hear behind us not agreeing with that when they replay it on the scoreboard up above.
The other thing that he does extremely well, John, is when somebody is siding him defensively, he comes to your body like a magnet, continues to dribble, and you get the push-off foul every time.
Well, like any good offensive player in the low post, you want to feel the defender. You want to feel the body. You know where to spin it.
Right.
And like you said, Eduardo, what he does extremely well is when he establishes a position, if the defender's not there, he's going to turn and go in a hurry. Rarely can the defensive player get in great position.
Nahara with 14 points, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. So Pfizer with 4 fouls goes to the bench. Nahara still on the floor. He's working with 3. And we'll see how long Larry Eustace decides to keep his big All-American on the bench.
Well, the scores now for Iowa State in the lineup. Horton, jump shooter. Michael Nurse, jump shooter. Stevie Johnson inside around the rim, but really not a post-up player.
Look how far out that defense has come, though, because they're not concerned about Rancic, who was in the ballgame as the only true inside player.
And Martin used to be a pretty good scorer before he came back off the injury.
Well, he tried to deal that right into traffic, jump ball, and it's going to stay right here with Iowa State.
Smart move by Larry Eustace. Now gets Jamal Tinsley back in the lineup. Now Tinsley with the basketball creates so much for his teammates. This right here as Cantrell Horton goes inside the paint. Difficult pass and really nowhere to go. Iowa State fortunate to keep possession.
The lob as Stevie Johnson gets banged by Haywood. Third foul on Jamil.
Marcus has to sit and wait and watch. Kelvin hoping there's something left in the tank here.
And the clock now, huge enemy of Oklahoma, as Johnson knocks down the first one. Under 6 minutes left in the championship. Can Iowa State win it? Well, it has been a very long time since the Cyclones have carried home the conference banner. Both regular season and tournament.
Soft touch by Stevie. Crowd gets back into it.
Stolen by Tinsley. You're right. He really does. That little crossover right there.
He just has great hands. He makes that steal. He will communicate on the floor with the opposition. We'll talk a little bit.
You are right, though. It's like he feels like he is in the playground with his buddies, and he can do all of that.
I watched him in practice the other day, and normally in practice, players get to do a few more things more loosely than they would on the court. And I marveled at his ability to handle the ball and do some things for fun. And you don't find many that can handle the basketball, and it's just part of their hand. You don't understand when it goes from one side to the other. It doesn't look like it bounces or anything. You think, well, how'd they get it to there?
Under 5 minutes left in the championship. Cyclones and their fans knowing that it is close. They can just hold on against a tough, always Oklahoma Sooner team. Martin Rancic.
How about the unselfish play? 1 by Horton, 2 by Stevie Johnson. Shot clock went all the way down, only 2 seconds left on it. Pretty good possession.
Haywood battles for it. Rancic with the outlet pass, but Newton's going to be right there to pick it off.
Well, there's the looseness we talked about in Martin's game sometime. Didn't have to throw it deep. And now all of a sudden, instead of having possession of the ball, Oklahoma makes a steal and gets a basket.
Well, the crowd booing because Nahara scored the hoop and then knocked the ball away from the inbounding guard. He's got 17.
Iowa State, Ron, can spread you. They have 3 extremely good ball handlers on the floor. Tinsley to support. Stevie Johnson, very good also.
Stevie lost the ball. It looked like a good pass, but he got that knocked away. It went right to Horton. Just inside the line. Shot is off the mark and saved by Haywood. Pfizer prepares to check back in as we hit the 3:35 mark. Price with the spin move, not there, gets his own rebound and foul. You cannot say enough about this.
What an effort he's had.
He really has given more than 100% today. He has kept it burning.